Hello and happy Tuesday, Math 10 students. Hope you got along well with your questions from yesterday. Today we're going to go over example or check your understanding number 2 from our book. This is on page 406, okay, 406. All right. Jaden left her cabin on Wascoo Lake in Saskatchewan and paddled her kayak toward her friend Tyrell's cabin at an average speed of 4 kilometers per hour. I like kayaking myself, you know, it's quite fun. That kind of looked like canoeing, but anyway, all right, good for her. So Tyrell started at his cabin at the same time and paddled an average speed of 2.4 kilometers per hour. Good job, Tyrell. Then it says he was going toward Jaden's cabin. The cabins are 6 kilometers apart. A linear system that models this situation is, all right, I'm going to write this up on the board for us. D equals, so that would be our distance, obviously, 6 minus 4t, okay, and then D equals 2.4t, okay. All right, so they've given us the system already, which is so lovely. All right, so it says where D, okay, is the distance in kilometers from Tyrell's cabin, and T is the time in hours since both people began their journey. So if we could solve for D and T, we would be solving for the distance from Tyrell's cabin and the time that it would take them to meet, right, when they began their journey. So it says to graph the linear system above. All right, so again, just like our last check your understanding we did, we want to put these, this is pretty nice because they're already so close. This one's done, it's already in our slope-intercept form. And for this one, I'll just rewrite it like this. Okay, it's the same thing, all I did is put the -4 first, the +6 second, so it's in our nice slope-intercept form. Okay? So, again, you could come up with a table of values if you wanted. You're also able to use your slope and your y-intercept. Now, there's nothing in this one. What do you think that means our y-intercept is? That's right. Same as +0. Okay, so let's see. Let's go ahead and graph this. And again, my graph will not be as nice as yours because you're using graph paper. I'll just do a rough graph here for us. So +6, okay, so that's 6. And we see this negative slope. We know the graph is going to look something like this. That's the same as 4/1. So I could go down 4/1, down 4/1, whatever. As long as you have 2 points, you can start connecting them, okay? Something like that. And let's look at this one. We have our y-intercept is 0, and it goes up 2.4 and over 1. Okay, something like that. All right, so your graph, again, will be nicer. You'll be able to get the points off a little more. So from the book, it does tell me that when you get your data off the graph, it's 54 and 2.3 roughly here. Okay, so again, you'd be looking at this point right here where they intersect. Okay, and you guessing 54, 2.3. Now you might have come up with something, say for this 2.3, maybe you thought it was 2.4. Whatever, it is an estimation when we're graphing. That's one of the drawbacks to graphing. So then what does this mean? So it says B, use the graph to solve this problem. When do Jaden and Tyrell meet and how far are they from Tyrell's cabin? All right, we knew from the beginning, T is our independent variable. So this right here, so that would be our time. So it would be 54 minutes, right? So they both kayaked for 54 minutes before they got to one another, okay? And how far were they from Tyrell's cabin? And it told us at the beginning that D, or our dependent variable right here, okay, is the time in hours since both people began their journey, okay? So, oh, sorry, I said that wrong. D is the distance in kilometers, okay? So, right here we have 2.3 kilometers, okay? Since they started from Tyrell's cabin. So this would be your answer. Okay, and that's about it for that one. Okay, so again, go over the check here, or the example in your book as well. And I'm going to assign a couple questions today, not too much as well. I'm trying to keep the pace reasonable for you guys. All right, let's go ahead and erase that. So yeah, you definitely should be using graph paper when you do this for more accurate. And today you're going to do, these are on page 409. Do number 7 and just pick one, okay? You can spend a lot of time doing these. So pick one, and just like I always say in class, if you do one and you're like, yeah, I know how to do this, great, you can stop. If you want more practice though, feel free to do another part in 7. And if you're really struggling, do another one until you really feel confident in it. Okay, so pick one, and then I'm going to have you do number 8 as well. So one thing I like to do some days, if I'm just kind of feeling a little blah. Oh, this phone is not working. I had something really exciting planned for us. I'll do it in my next video. All right. There you have it. 409, number 7, number 8, until we meet again tomorrow and go over our third, and I believe it's our last, check your understanding. Have a great day.